Hey guys, welcome to today's Battle of the Foundations. Well, if you have been wondering where I have been, gosh, there's been a lot going on. So real quickly, before we get into this video, let me just explain a couple of things that have been going on and why I have been missing in action. For starters, I don't know if I told you guys that when my husband had his motorcycle accident and I had asked to take some time off from work to care for him, we just decided it was best to part ways at that time. So I haven't worked since his accident. And now that he's all healed, it was time for me to find another job. Well, I not only found one, but they had me working like right away. So I have been doing an incredible amount of training for this job. And it's just like taken over almost every waking hour of my day to learn everything. So filming's kind of gone on the back burner. I did actually film a 3-part video prior to this, and I worked on editing just the first part of it, and something in there is glitching and not allowing me to upload it. So I think for that first one, I probably have to just scratch that and start over with the editing process. So I have quite a few videos that are filmed, but they're not ready to go yet. They're just not edited. So I just need to find some time in my days. Also, very last minute, let's see, this is Tuesday, July 30th. We were invited to go camping last weekend with my husband's family several months ago. Well, when we called to make our reservations, as soon as we were invited, they had nothing open at all. So we got on a waiting list, hoping that they would get something open up, and never heard anything back from them. Well, last Thursday, my husband said, hey, maybe we should call and see if they have any cancellations by any chance. And sure enough, they did. Because we were supposed to just drive up for the day on Saturday and just spend some time with them, maybe do a little clamming, because this was up in Washington. So when they had an opening, we said, okay, we'll take that. And then I said, well, what about Friday night? Because they had already gone up on Thursday. So checked, sure enough, they had an opening on Friday night too. Somebody had just canceled last minute. So we found this out at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday. So we had to quickly get everything packed that night and then load it up in the car in the morning, take off, drive up there. We totally surprised everybody. So that was kind of fun. I did do a lot of filming for that, so I will have a video up for that if you haven't seen it yet. And then we got back Sunday night, and I had some company, or actually some relatives that were staying with my aunt. They called me literally like 15 minutes after we got home and said, hey, we want to go visit your mom. Can you meet us there? I'm like, okay, give me like an hour or so, because we were still unloading the car. So got everything unloaded, nothing put away yet. Jumped back in the car, went over to visit with them. Then they wanted to go out to dinner, so we went out to dinner. By the way, my mom's not doing so good. She's now in a wheelchair all the time, really not verbalizing much of anything. So it's just kind of sad. She was sitting there with this little bowl of cheese and crackers, and she was just trying to eat them and getting crumbs and stuff all over herself, which she didn't care about, and having a hard time even getting the food in her mouth. So she's kind of going downhill pretty quickly, I think. But anyway, so got that done. Oh, I did get Friday off very last minute from my boss. He was okay with that. Cool for me to take off. So then yesterday, Monday, I was back to training, and I tried my very best to get a video at least edited and up. Just didn't happen. I also have to edit and make a whole bunch of video montage things, or picture montage, for my mother-in-law's brother's memorial service for this coming Saturday, and put all that to music. So that's something I just have to get done. And I was hoping to have a garage sale. Everything's kind of like halfway put together, and I still haven't had the time to even do that yet. So life is crazy for me. But anyway, let's get into this video, and I will tell you what we're talking about, which you probably already saw by the title of the foundation. I was in Rite Aid about a week and a half ago, and I saw this on the shelf. So Kokie has a new foundation. This is their full cover foundation. It costs $13. You get 1.01 ounces. It comes in 18 shades. I picked up 2 shades because it was really hard to tell, especially with the lighting in there by the bottle, which one would be correct. So I got 10C and 20C. They have, out of the 18 shades, 7 of them are cool toned and the other 11 are all warm toned. So there's no neutrals in that. This is supposed to be lightweight, long wearing, full coverage in a matte foundation. So I have a funny feeling I may need to mix these together, but let's go ahead and get that ready. And as always, I will be using a sponge on one side and a flat top kabuki brush. This is my Morphe Y6, which is discontinued. So, but anyway, I have already primed. I've already put on all of my serums, moisturizers, sunscreen, all of that stuff, and I have under eye color corrected. So I think we're ready to go. So I'm going to start with the C, and I don't know why I'm shaking this up. I think this is going to be a, yeah, that looks kind of light. It's very thick though. So that is 10C right there. See, my little mirror here is pretty dirty. And that is 20C below it. You guys can see those. So let's just take a little bit here. Okay, 10C looks too light. And 20C looks, doesn't look bad, maybe a little bit dark. So maybe I will mix a little bit of the 10C in with the 20C. Now again, I got this at Rite Aid. I'm not sure what all retailers sell these, sell Kokie. I looked on their website, and most of their shades are actually sold out already. I'll do the sponge first. It's a little too dark, or too light, actually. I know my skin is kind of freaking out from our camping trip because, I mean, I was spraying all kinds of bug sprays and everything else on me because we had a lot of mosquitoes. And I got bit. I even have one right here. It's finally going away. Doesn't look so bad. My poor legs and feet are covered. My skin's not looking its best, especially because I did not bother packing like all of my face scrubs and my spinning cleanser brush thing, so it didn't like me. Okay, let's do the brush side. This actually looks kind of heavy on my skin, but it's hard to tell right now because, again, my skin is not liking me so much. I'm seeing it kind of get clingy in here, even though I went in with pore filling primers. Pores are very noticeable. So let me do my trick with the dry sponge. I'm just going to press and see if that helps get the product pressed in better. Okay, that's helping a lot. I prefer the brush side, actually. You guys, I cannot make any guarantees if I'm going to have a video up on Saturday or not because I'm training on my new job and having to get a photo montage ready for my mother-in-law's brothers, my husband's uncle. We're finally having the memorial service on Saturday, so I just have to finish that up too. I just got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, So I would say this is a low high as far as coverage goes. I don't have a lot of the product left, but let me go in real quick and just see if this builds up very well. I'm seeing just a little bit peek through. Okay, and go back to the brush. All right, so you can build this. It's buildable, but I feel like I need to go back in with my sponge again. In the areas where I don't have any texture at all, it looks really good, but in the areas that I do have texture, not so good. Today I'm really going to be able to put this to the test because I'm going to be out and about for my training today. So I'm going to be outside a lot, and it's supposed to be in the upper 80s today. So let me zoom in real quick and we'll take a close-up and see how it looks, and then I'll be right back. Okay, here we are zoomed in. So again, this is the sponge side. If you can see kind of in here, you can kind of see where it's really emphasizing, like here, this is looking awful. So this is the brush side. What do they call it? The accordion line. That's not looking good, and it's already creasing in my smile lines. Let me try and cause some wrinkles or crinkles. Crinkles? Let me try and cause some wrinkles and see if it creases. So we'll call those crinkles, I guess. Creasing wrinkles. A little bit, yeah. It is starting to do that. Okay, let me finish up my makeup. I will be right back, and we will talk about the rest of the face and how it all looks. Alright guys, I am back, and this is the finished look with all of my makeup on. Before we start talking about the foundation, let me just quickly go over everything that I have on my face. So for my under eye concealer, of course, I use my Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. I set my whole face with the JOA Selfie Ready Translucent Powder. And then for my bronzer today, I use the Jouer. This is the Sunset Duo, and I have the colors Sunlight and Suntan in this. And then for blush, I use my Jouer. This is the Adore Blush Duo. I have Adore Me and Hold Me in this one. These are the shades I used. This is my blush, and this kind of is my highlighter. Just went with a little bit of highlight today. For brows, I went back with some Kokie products. So I used the Kokie Highbrow Angled Eyebrow Pencil, and then also their brow mascara. So these are both in blonde. For my eyeshadows today, I used kind of a combination of the Winky Lux Latte Kitten palette along with the Essence Yes I Can palette. So kind of went in with just some neutral tans and golds and browns with that. For my, and then also I use the Kokie, what do they call this one? The Velvet Smooth Eyeliner. So I use that to tightline my upper eyelashes. So that's what this one looks like, and it's very, very creamy. I really like this one. It's not retractable, so you do have to sharpen it, but I really like it. And then for my eyelashes, I went in with one coat of my Marc Jacobs eye primer and followed that up with the Benefit Roller Lash. And then for my lips, I used the Milani. This is the Bold Matte, which looks like so. This is in the color 04. I Am Smart. I don't know how they knew that, but they named it after me, right? Okay, sure. All right, so again, finished look. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see how the makeup looks now that I have everything on and applied. Oh, I forgot one more important part. I did use the Kokie Fix It Up Matte Setting Spray. Since the foundation is matte, I try to keep everything else matte for the look. So now let's zoom in and we'll get a close-up of how the foundation is looking on my skin. Okay, here we are. So again, this is the side I went in with this sponge. It is kind of creasing on me a little bit on my forehead, definitely in my smile line there, as well as my accordion line. And on this side, me hanging on there, also same thing, it's creasing in here as well as in the accordion line. So, and then my pores are pretty emphasized. I don't know how well that's showing up in here. All in here, and I definitely went in with pore filler. Can kind of dry in between my eyes as well. And I went in very, very lightly with powder, and I mean very lightly, just the littlest bit. And I put a lot of the setting spray on because I really wanted anything that looked kind of dry. I wanted it to kind of have a chance to like meld together. I guess the best way I can put it. So anyway, that is the final look. If I have time when I get back from work tonight to actually finish and take some more pictures of what this looked like at the end of the day, I'll definitely do that. But just in case, I'll say my goodbyes now. The way this looks right now, it is going to be a pass for me because I don't normally get the creasing in here. I will get creasing in here. But it's very light, and this is just freshly applied, and it's already creasing pretty bad on me. So, yeah, so far this is a pass. I will at least leave a comment down below how this ended up at the end of the day if I'm not able to come back and do some filming this evening too. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Also, thank you for standing by when I just wasn't filming there for a couple of weeks. Things have been crazy, but I hope things will settle down now. You never know. Also, if you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button along with the bell notification. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. It's normally Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And on Thursdays, I always do a dedicated foundation video. So I have a huge playlist with all the foundations that I've ever reviewed. And I also have it broken down by both the drugstore and high-end foundations that I've tried. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Again, that does help me out with YouTube. Plus, it lets me know that you enjoy these types of videos. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, ideas for videos you'd like to see me do, please leave those down below in the comment section too. So until next time, you guys, I love you all and I have missed you all. So until then, I love you all. Bye-bye.